In this video, we need to create HTTP deployment with this image. So we don't need to specify any replicas. So let's do that. Run the command create deploy and deployment name HTTP and image. We need to use HTTP latest. That's been done. So whenever you create a deployment, it automatically creates a replica set. So let's check that. If you run the command kget rs replica set in chart, so I can see one replica set. It always wanted to have it keeps that desired state is always available. So if you run the command kget pivot, now you have a pod. So if you delete this pod, let's see what happens. If you run the command kget pivot again, now you got one more pod. We just created 4 seconds ago with a different ID. You can check the ID as well. So that replica set always make sure that the desired number of parts to be running all the time. So if you click the check, it's going to be successful, but I want to explain a bit more than that. So if you want to have more parts where you can achieve high availability, load balancing, other stuff as well. So what happens when you create a deployment, it automatically creates a replica set as I shown just now. And then this replica set, if you want to have, for instance, if you want to have 3 replicas, it's going to create 3 number of parts. So let's see that. If you what you can do actually, if you run this command kget deploy, now we run the command k scale deploy and the deployment name is httpd. Now I'm gonna give replicas. If I want to have 3, let's enter 3. If you run the kget pivot, now you have 3 parts. So just 4 seconds ago created. If you run the command kget rs, now it has 3 desired parts. So that's how it creates. So basically this, if you scale down, you can reduce the number of replicas, then this automatically going to delete the parts. So basically what happens, if you create a service, so this service usually looks for matching labels. So this replica set and deployment as well works with labels. So those labels will be assigned to the parts. So if you browse something from the internet, it goes to service and that service forwards requests to parts based on their labels. So if you come back here, so if we delete one part, it's going to create automatically. And then let's see that how this service works. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to expose our deployment just for the sake of this task to show you, but you don't need to do this to finish this task. I'm just reminding you. And then expose deployment httpd and then the port 80 and then target port, that's a container port or pod port, so that's 80 as well. So I'm going to use a type node port because I want to visit from here. So this is the node we are running this cluster. So node port. Now if you run the command kget svc service, now we can see the node port is 31072. So click on view port 31072. Now you can see it works. So it forwards to different parts automatically by using round robin algorithm. I'll show you that as well. If I run the command kget pivot, now you can see if I kexec-it, if I get into one of these parts and then -bash, it says /bin bash. Oops, it says not found. Okay, That L is missing actually. Now we are inside the container. To ls, if we go to var www this location, or for Apache, I'm not sure where it's serving, probably from which location. Let's see, httpd container default root directory. Okay, that's from htdocs it seems. Let's check that. cd2 this path. Okay, now we have an index file here. So if I open this, maybe I can just use cat command. Maybe I can say part 2. So let's see, if I come back here, if I refresh it, just to prove that it forwards request to different parts. So you can see, so it goes to different parts when you click refresh. So that's how it works with the deployment. So deployment basically uses for, it creates multiple instances of your application. So if you click on check results, it's been done now. Thank you so much for watching.